says to me, Seal, can't you see yourself in the mirror? I say, well, yeah.
Seal!
So he says to me, why don't you do something about it? It's for your own good, he says. You know about the brain tumors and the heart failures and the amputations, but how many times do I have to tell you what really happens to girls who get too big?
Celia!
Honey.
Honey!
He says that fat girls go crazy more than thin girls do.
God damn it, girl, where did you get to now?
It has to do with the metabolism. He read it in an encyclopedia. Because fat girls let their cells get unbalanced.
Celia, it's freezing in here.
You see, the body has to send more blood down to the parasite fat, so it can't spend all the time it should in your brain. It's like there's this whole system inside of you and everything has to work out. You add too much of one thing, just throw off the rest.
God damn it, girl, what's happening here in the middle of November? Every door and window's out on its hinges. The place is a mess. There's birds flying by my head in the goddamn kitchen. What's the matter with you, girl? What's the matter with you, woman?
That's why he says maybe a surgical cure. So I can get rid of all the parasite fat. I can maybe start acting more normal. Just you wait.
My mom was not always right. You should have seen her when he'd come home nights. The whole place would get quiet like a grave. I swear she'd be pussyfooting around, jumping like a sick kitten every time he made a move. All you could hear was him chewing with his mouth open and his silverware hitting the plastic plate. It's too late for my mama, and it's too late for me now. The day my kid was born, I made a promise that she was going to know who she was. No one's going to walk all over my kid. No one was going to give her a goddamn blank check. Then the other night, I come home from work, and there she is. My stupid kid. Sitting on the bathroom floor, leaning up against the tub, and her long, blonde hair is dyed pitch black. I swear, black as tar. And it's running black reversals on her face and her neck. I could have killed her right then and there. I could have knocked her head off her skinny little neck. Instead of killing her, I say, Jesus Christ, what the hell did you do to your hair? And she starts sobbing and wailing, and she goes, and points to the counter. So I look. And I swear I thought I was going to toss my cookies. She's got one of those EPT plus pregnancy tests laid out there. You know, little stick kind. Pink, pregnant. White, not pregnant. That stick is just leaning up against the box it came in. In the end, it's bright pink as an Easter egg. Pink like a baby's butt is pink. Talk about history repeating itself. Suddenly, I'm 16 again, with that sinking feeling in my stomach, looking at that little vial, holding it up against the light bulb in the upstairs closet. So then I'm thinking, what has the pink hair, or black hair, got to do with the pink stick? So I say, is that an EPT plus pregnancy test? She nods. So I say, is that or is that not a pink stick you got there? She goes, it's pink. I say, so you're pregnant, so you dyed your hair black. And she starts sobbing and wailing, and she goes, I knew you wouldn't understand. You never understand anything about me. Slams past me, goes down the hallway, shuts the bedroom door behind her. I'm thinking, what's to understand? You're totally nuts. I'm standing in the bathroom, and the place looks like a hurricane hit. There's little vials of tubes all over the place with that little baby positive stick in the middle, like the the eye of a hurricane. The evil eye, more like. Standing there, sticking out its tongue, laughing at me. Ha. You lost. You screwed up. I'm thinking, what happened? I thought only fat girls didn't know what they were doing. My kid is a beauty. Gorgeous, skinny, tall. Why the hell did she stick up for herself? What is wrong with her? My kid has got no goddamn spine! And then I'm back to the time she was just 2 years old. The first time she threw a tantrum. It was in the kitchen over a purple popsicle. I was so surprised with all the force inside her little body. She stomped her feet and balled up her fists and bared her tiny white teeth at me. And when I said no and shoved the door of the refrigerator with the toe of my shoe, she looked up into my face. She was not 3 feet tall. And her mouth, it got small. Like the head of a nail. And I knew I had someone to contend with then. So I go into the bedroom, sit down on the edge of the bed. Stacy Sweets? Hey, it's alright. You gotta be strong and make your own choice, but whatever decision you want to make, I will stand by it. You will do whatever you choose. She stops sniffing. She breathes in and out. So I say, listen, have you talked to the guy about this yet? She says real nasty.
No, Mom, God. Boys don't like girls, so tell them what to do.
This one is my mother's favorite. It's of me and her on one of our mother-son days. We're standing at the baseball stadium looking very close, but what you don't see is my mother boring her knuckles into the small of my back saying, "Straighten up, honey, it lengthens your neck. Now glow, come on, honey, glow. We want this one to glow." For a while, there was an absence of photos when tummies were no longer little boy cute. Mother would always hide me at family gatherings, and somehow I would always end up behind pieces of furniture. So there was no extant record of the long years of wanting, and being denied. Reaching for bread and peanut butter and having Slim Fast thrust into my 12-year-old fist. Mother says I'm putting my foot down. She's putting her foot down, I see. And I see to want and to demand things is wrong. And when I finally want nothing at all, when I finally want so little I can barely get up in the morning, my head feels like a 10-ton of bricks on my shoulders, and my knees buckle from walking to class. When I want so little, the faintest sounds scrape my ears, my skin feels sore, and my hair falls out. Then my mother pulls me out from behind the chaise lounge and says, This is my son Rennie. This is my wonderful, handsome son. Then, out pops the camera. The photos started to reappear. All the while, my mother would tell me, "You really are wonderful, Rennie. You really do glow." In this one, I'm standing at my house in a hideous suit I do not recall choosing. It's blue, and it feels like a garbage bag against my skin. I'm wearing a white orchid on my chest. And man, am I glowing. I'm really glowing. My smile is about this wide on my face, but I don't know why. Because Andrew Marino has his hand on my back. We haven't even left the house yet. Mother is still snapping pictures. And there he is, slinking his hand down my back. When we're alone, he's breathing so heavily he's fogging up the windshield. He would touch my leg, but I would say, "No, Andrew, no." But he would say, "Please, Rennie, can't you do this for me? You're so handsome." But I would keep saying, "No, Andrew, please stop." But he doesn't hear me. I'm not loud enough. I'm just too weak. I'm too weak. This one is when my mother got remarried. She's a vision in indigo organdy, and her husband's in real estate. But where's Rennie? Rennie isn't in this picture. Rennie is wearing an attractive off-white linen suit, but Rennie isn't in his place at his mother's side because Rennie is in the parish kitchen hall devouring the 3-foot-tall cake. It just looks so pristine, floating there. No one to guard it, no one to witness. I ate, and I ate, and I ate the whole thing until there was not one frosted rosette, not one goddamn crumb left. And I held the whole thing in. And then I threw it up all over the kitchen floor. And then I stepped out the back door into the night.